Good morning, Shin Stars. Welcome to the class of business studies once again. Today we are going to do chapter 5 of your NCERT, that is emerging modes of business. In this video we are going to discuss about e-business. We will study about its meaning, its concept, its importance, and also we will study about its scope and difference between e-business and traditional business. So let's start with introduction to this chapter. So let's discuss about the emerging modes of business. First of all, how can we define the mode of any business? Mode of business means the manner of undertaking any business activity. The modes of doing business are changing in recent past. Previously, we were using traditional modes, but nowadays new methods are being used. This is happening because of rapid economic development which is taking place all over the world. There are three different trends taking place which are shaping the recent business activities. These trends are digitization or use of electronic methods, outsourcing, and globalization. So let's begin with this chapter with meaning of e-business or electronic business. Business refers to activities related to industry, commerce, and trade. E-business or electronic business means the conduct of industry, commerce, and trade using computer networks. So we can say that electronic business is the business which is carried through internet. Scope of e-business. E-business is the process of delivering any part of business to any audience wherever they are. It does not change the basis of business, but it does change the practice of business. E-business deals with functions of business which can be carried out over computer networks. There are also many people and parties which are involved in electronic transactions. If we talk about the various constituents of e-business, then it includes inter and intra transactions among the different parties. Mainly, there are 4 different types of transactions. First is business to business commerce. Second is business to customers transactions. Third is customer to customer transaction. And fourth is intra-business transactions. So let's discuss about these 4 kinds of electronic business one by one. First is B2B commerce. The transactions involve business to business dealing. Both the parties involved in e-commerce are business firms. That is why it is called as B2B, business to business. The transactions in B2B commerce can involve creation of utilities, commercial negotiations, collaborations, inviting tenders, distribution of goods from producers to distributors, etc. A firm may be required to interact with a number of business firms which may be suppliers or vendors for diverse inputs. There may be negotiations with other business firms to meet one's needs or to supply one's products. The use of e-commerce requires the movement of information and documents, and at present even money transfers as well. So when the business transactions take place between two business parties, it is called as B2B commerce. The second kind of transactions are B2C transactions, that is business to customers. Business to customer commerce. In this case, transactions have business firms at one end and the customers at the other end. We know that selling is the outcome of marketing, and marketing starts even before the product is ready for sales. When the production of any product starts, new product development starts, simultaneously we begin with the marketing so that we can make the people aware about our upcoming product before it is launched in the market, so that people are already aware about it and the product which we are going to offer them is already made familiar to them before it is launched. E-commerce helps in conducting these activities at very low cost as compared to traditional business. Customers nowadays want personal attention, so they also want the products to be tailor-made to suit their requirements. Consumer is the king of market. Customers want the delivery of products at their convenience and payments to be made as per their suitability. Business to customers commerce has enabled all those things possible with use of internet and computers. A business can remain in touch with customers on round-the-clock basis. Companies can conduct online surveys to know who is buying what and what the customer satisfaction levels are. B2C commerce has become the reality and customers have the liability of shopping at will. The call centers set up by companies giving toll-free numbers enables the customers to make queries and to lodge complaints regarding their products. The companies need to set their own call centers. They may be outsourced also. B2C has helped in facilitating trade to a very great extent. It leads to customer satisfaction. Also, it leads to easy marketing for the companies also. B2C commerce has made it easier for both the parties, for business party also, for customers also. Business is easy because of B2C commerce, because marketing has become comparatively cheap and easy. We can have more range of our advertising. We can have online queries of our regarding our products. We can solve them and we can have higher level of sales. Whereas for customers it is easy because they can buy, they can purchase the products at their convenience as per their suitability, and customer satisfaction is also high. B2C transactions involve creating market by contracting the customers, selling the products and services, distributions, after sale services. This is the very important concept, after sale services. After the sale process is over, we can have feedback from the customers. If they have any complaint regarding the product or our service, they can even lodge complaints to our call centers. Promotions and other marketing activities and receiving customer complaints. The third kind of transactions are C2C commerce, that is customers and customers on both the ends. The transaction take place between customers and customers, so it is called as C2C. In this setup of business, a seller is also a customer and buyer is also a customer. The business originates from customer and destination is also a customer. This sort of business is suitable where dealing of goods is not in any established market. For example, selling used books or clothes either on cash or barter system. Internet helps in searching potential buyers all over the world. So e-commerce technology provides vast security to such transactions which otherwise would have been missing if buyers and sellers were to interact in anonymity to one-to-one transactions. C2C transactions involve selling of used books, used clothes, selling of antique items, giving information about rating of persons involved in these transactions, helping in marking payments also, providing information about quality and durability of the products. So this is the customer to customer commerce, where customer is the buyer and customer is the seller. The fourth kind of transaction is intra-B-commerce. It refers to transactions among persons or departments within the same firm. The parties involved in electronic transactions are from within the business firm. That is why it is called as intra-B-commerce, intra-business commerce. Since e-business is much wider term, and this includes the use of intranet for managing interactions and dealings among various persons and departments within the firm. Intra-B-commerce transactions involve interaction among persons or departments of the same firm, communication of important information in the whole organization, different departments sending suggestions to others for better performance, employees sending information to other organizations from wherever they are sitting, recruitment, selection and training of the employees. So these are the different kinds of transactions under electronic business. First one was B2B, business to business commerce. Second is B2C, business to customers. Third is C2C, customer to customer commerce. And fourth is intra B commerce, that is intra business commerce. If we talk about the differences between electronic business and traditional business, then we are having the different bases of difference for that. Electronic business is comparatively easy to form as compared to traditional business, because there are many formalities to be done in case of traditional business. Setting up cost of electronic business is comparatively low as compared to traditional business. Operational cost of electronic business is also comparatively less as compared to traditional business. Location requirements for electronic business, we need not to have any locational requirements, because we have to do our transactions through internet only. So cyberspace is the only location for which we need not to have any physical space. But lots of physical space is required for the traditional business. Raw material sources, market, so all that is required for traditional business. Electronic business can expand easily because internet has no geographical boundaries. For internet, whole world is a global village. So we have to we can easily expand our electronic business, but for traditional business we have to undergo different legal formalities in order to have expansion of our business activities. In case of electronic business, we need technically qualified staff who can operate on computers, work on internet properly. In traditional business, we need comparatively more skilled workers. For traditional business, we need some intermediaries, or we need proper channels of distribution. But for electronic business, we don't want any middle persons. Direct selling of customers is there. Direct selling customer to customer is possible. Length of business cycle is comparatively shorter in e-business because number of operations can be carried out simultaneously. Whereas for traditional business, the length of business cycle is lengthy because only one process can be carried out at once. So these are differences between electronic business and traditional business. So this is all for today. In next video, we will be covering the benefits and limitations of e-business. If you have any queries, you can drop on Google Class. Thank you, Shanstars. Take care, all of you.